how precious that would be till about 2 years ago. That thought just come to me that we don't realize how precious getting together is. I'm telling you, I'm guilty, and we all were, I think, of taking some things for granted. But, it just dawned on me 2 years ago that got interrupted. The Lord sometimes just drop things at a certain point. And as Pastor was sharing with me these needs, we got a list of things here. But I thought to myself how precious it is, the fellowship when we get to come together. But it got interrupted 2 years ago, and I mean it woke us up to some things. And I pray we'll stay awake, okay? And we just don't take this for granted, the assembling of ourselves together. And so in an hour that's difficult, I'm convinced that people have always pushed themselves to do certain things. And so, but I've noticed, and I believe we have all learned to push a little harder now to make it happen, okay? If we're physically able, we make it happen. If you really look back in reality, this was a wake-up call, and you don't take it for granted. It's good to see every one of you, and I mean that. Our visitors that are here, we're honored that you would come. Not for us, not if you're here and you got family, thank God you come to be with them, but more than anything, we've come here to assemble ourselves together that we can worship the Lord in unity, in the Spirit, in the peace, and in the unity. It's good to have it to yourself personally, but it's different when you come corporately. And so we thank the Lord for you being here, and we just want you to be blessed of the Lord. As we open up with prayer, we got a list here this morning, and we'll come to you if there's anything that we didn't say or we missed. This morning we want to be sure and lift up Brother and Sister Raymer. Pastor was sharing with me that Sister Iris Land, that was Sister Shirley's sister, she went home to be with the Lord. So we want to lift up the Land family. She's tended out here at Bonnet Pond. So let's lift up the Land family and ask blessings there and on Brother and Sister Raymer. They both need our prayers, and ask God's blessings there. Sister Laurel is sick, and she is needing a touch of the Lord, needing a miracle in her body. Amen. Sister Emma Grace Pettis, who is Brother Cody and Sister Emily's daughter, she will be having this week a heart cath. So let's be praying. Now, she's just born. How many weeks? 2 weeks old. Now, they're planning a heart catheterization for her, so let's ask her. Sister Lorraine Register, let's continue to lift her up. She may be home by now in the last, I hadn't heard from her today, but anyhow, continue to lift her up. She's recuperating. Sister Debbie and Brother David Grant are there at the house battling with this stuff, and I call it the junk. That's what I call it. And anyhow, other things that are going on, the Lord needs to move in that. Sister Lois needs a touch in her body. She's battling with this mess too. Pastor's brother-in-law, Norman Haney, needs a touch in his body. He's real sick. Continue to lift up Sister Juanelle Owens and that family. Just lift them all up to the Lord. Ask God's blessings there. And Sister Florine Miller, that's Johnny's mom, continue to lift her up to the Lord and ask God's blessings there. And on the family, Brother W.T., all of them, that the Lord would give them strength with her. Also, Brother Charles and Sister Teresa Lassiter, that the Lord would just touch them and minister to them.